There are just too many commercial loan brokers that don't have a damn clue of what they're doing. All we're trying to do here is better the industry for everybody. At the end of the day, you can make great money in this industry, but in the end, it's all about helping people. You know, people always say, Chris, how can I be a successful broker? It's two words, hard work and dedication. If you don't like talking to people, you probably shouldn't be in this business. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Entrepreneurs in Finance, where we interview innovative CEOs and their finance companies. And on this episode, I am very intrigued to interview Bill Aubin, who is the CEO of Optive Commercial Capital. Hey, Bill.
Hey, Chris.
Thanks for being on the show here.
Great. Thank you. Great to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So, compared to some other people that I've interviewed before, I'm looking at, I got a chance to look at your company and kind of what you guys do. I found it very interesting that you guys kind of offer so much. You're almost kind of like a one-stop shop to a business owner or a real estate investor. You want to just kind of give me your take on that of, what your business strategy is? What do you guys do?
Sure, absolutely, Chris. And there's so many lending opportunities and options that we do provide. What happens, I think a lot, 80% of business owners, they go to a bank to get a loan and they get declined. And there can be so many things they're looking for. It can be your traditional real estate. It can be to buy a business, your acquisition, startup funding that's needed. So that's just the tip of it. There's so many different things. And normally your bank's not going to offer all those. It's not like they say, here's every single loan under the sun. They offer what they offer, nothing against banks, but we try to bridge that question mark that the borrower has. And we take the strengths of the borrower, cash flow, collateral, credit, geographic region, whatever it is that makes them strong. And we find the lender through our network across the country. We find the best lender that likes that deal. We put them together to get them the absolute best loan that they can have.
I see. So it's almost like when somebody comes to you, you're going to kind of tailor fit a financing solution according to their individual scenario and needs.
That is great. That's a great name for a business, would be tailor-made loans. I'm going to use that. But yes, it is. We really do try to match the lender and the borrower.
Okay, that's so really then a lot of do a lot of your clients either get turned down from a bank or they're just they haven't been able to do it on their own?
They do. I have some that come through to me that maybe I already know. They'll come directly to me first, but the vast majority, I would say probably 80 to 90% have already been turned down, or they don't know that there's even a funding option for them. They've never heard of maybe invoice factoring or, different types of line of credits, things like that they just don't even know are accessible.
I don't even know that exists. Okay. All right. And where are you based out of? I guess I should ask.
Good question. I'm in Conifer. I'm in Conifer, Colorado. I'm in the foothills just outside of Denver, probably 25 minutes from Denver. But we take loans all across the country, even out of the country from time to time. So we're not bound by any geographic specifics, which makes our pool of lenders that much bigger. And they can lend all over. So I do quite a bit of transactions locally, but I can be anywhere.
Yeah, that's good to know. So I guess anybody located anywhere can apply with you guys. And also too, the fact that you have more than one product. So it's not like you're not trying to shove a square peg in a round hole. You have a lot of different solutions.
Exactly.
I'm getting out of it. Yeah. If somebody wants to work with you, what should they be expected to experience with your firm, at least from initial onset?
Sure. No, that's a great question too. And I try to even tell people, I give them the real brief overview. This is who we are. This is what we do. Just so they're not, okay, this is a guy sitting at a desk at a bank somewhere that knows nothing about anything. And then after that, it's pretty straightforward. We ask for a little bit of a background, on their company, on what it is they're trying to do. And then I ask, what is the history, kind of have they been declined, or what challenges are they seeking, if it's something that we can work on. And then we go from there. I'd usually get a couple documents, couple pieces of paper really to support where they're at right now. And that can be, here's their income, here's what they're able to pay for, here's a summary of what they're trying to get the money for, and then we go from there. And there's awful lot of variables that we can work around. As long as we have something to start with, we can be creative after that.
Be creative. Yeah. Okay. Bill, so, I think a good question that I like to ask people, tell me about some recent people you helped or deals you guys have funded and closed here, recently.
Sure, great. Appreciate that, Chris. Yeah, and that kind of gives a good understanding of what we do. One that I was pretty proud of just recently, I had someone come to me. They wanted to get into the fix and flip market, and we do funding for that. And through the conversation, realized that he's a business owner and he has some trouble with his accounts receivable. So he was a little bit upside down. And so I started expressing to him how he could get basically an asset-based loan based on his accounts receivable. So we got him $150,000, so he wasn't draining his personal savings account to fund the business every month. And something that started as fix and flip turned into a completely different opportunity, and it worked out great. So that was fun. And then secondly, I had a SBA acquisition, had to go to 7 different lenders because it was such a unique scenario. Really had to understand the business, and we found someone to do it and got them great term, great rates. And it was just nice to come through because they were pretty much ready to give up on that acquisition.
Mm.
And then I had another one that was a recent, pretty a large deal, commercial real estate deal, and they called me. They needed to get extremely fast funding or they were going to lose out on the deal. So we got them funding within under 30 days. $8 million deal. It was pretty significant, and they were able to negotiate a much better price with the seller, contingent on the fact that they could close within 30 days, as well as just getting the deal done so that they didn't lose out on the opportunity.
Wow.
So
Wow.
it's kind of a various mix of things, but those are all just real recent ones that we've been real happy to be able to help our borrowers out with.
I'm sure your borrowers are happy.
Absolutely.
Even those scenarios. Wow. Is there a website that people can go to that you want to kind of plug here?
Yes, absolutely. Thanks, Chris. It's www.optive, OPTIVE, and that's Optive Commercial Capital. Optive means chosen for trust, and that's kind of our motto. We want people to be able to trust us. We're dealing with their future, their finances, their livelihood. So
Yeah.
that's where they can find out more about us.
All right. Well, I think that wraps it up for this. Bill, I want to appreciate your time, taking the time out today to speak with us. And it was a pleasure learning about what you guys do and how many people you're helping.
Thanks, Chris. Very great to be here. I appreciate the questions and the invitation.
All right. Well, everybody, that wraps it up for this episode of Entrepreneurs in Finance. We will catch you on the next one. Take care. There are just too many commercial loan brokers that don't have a damn clue of what they're doing. All we're trying to do here is better the industry for everybody. At the end of the day, you can make great money in this industry, but in the end, it's all about helping people. People always say, Chris, how can I be a successful broker? It's 2 words, hard work and dedication. If you don't like talking to people, you probably shouldn't be in this business.